Okay, guys, we're live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. I'm here today with Rogério, Daniel, Luis, and Romeo. Today is not my immersion. I'm here to replace Clayton. He had a problem. Um, I'm not a teacher. I'm a student as well, like the guys here. I'm here to improve my English. Here is a safe place to make some mistakes. We are here to learn and improve it together, you know. So, guys, enjoy the immersion. Today, we're gonna talk, by the way, live living as a nomad. For me, I like this kind of topic, because I work as a software developer. So, you have the IT guys, we have some kind of interest in this kind of topic. Okay, we have already introduced ourselves, so now we can answer the second question. I would like to start with you, Daniel. Uh, do you know anyone who lives as a nomad? For example, a person who works from home and lives traveling.
I have a friend from college and who travels a lot in Brazil and camping and the hiking until he works remotely. However, he doesn't he consider himself a nomad because he always returns to home. He travels a lot, but he have a fixed place to of residence. But is always traveling to different places with a lot of connection with nature through the many states of Brazil.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, but he has freedom, He can travel when he wants. I love that, It's open a lot of opportunities. And when you have a base, a home, you can't consider yourself a digital nomad. Nice, thank you, Daniel. And you, Romeo, do you know anyone who lives as a nomad?
No, guys, I don't know anyone who lives like a nomad, you know. But in my team, really similar, but not working in home, but working, how can I say, out. I travel every week, you know, because I work in the railroad. The railroad, EFC, has I think 900 kilometers, is necessary to travel for that, you know, for many cities that pass in the Para, in the Maranhão. But I'm not consider a nomad like a question asking. Yeah, I think that's
Nice. Thank you, Romeo. And you, Rogério, do you know anyone? Rogério?
Right, muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry.
No, don't know anyone who lives as a nomad, but I follow some channel on YouTube that this guy living inside of the car, and working, living, in working and living all around the world. I think it's a good opportunity to meet people, to eat a good food, to see another places. I think it's a good idea. I don't have this opportunity, and I didn't know anyone.
Nice. Yeah, as the Sam, I follow some YouTubers that they live like as a digital nomad, and sometimes I like to watch those videos because I feel like inspired me to improve my English, to apply to international interviews, international jobs, and sometimes I like to watch this kind of video. By the way, I oh my gosh, I forgot the word. I Oh my gosh, sorry guys, I forgot the word now. But anyway, I'd like to know from you, Luis, now. What is your opinion?
Well, I have no one to mention close to me who lives like a nomad. I follow uh, a lot of a lot, not a lot of. I follow some persons on Instagram, some people on Instagram who live exactly like a digital nomad. They're living inside a car, inside a combi, and travel around the world. It sounds very good, but I already done big travels while I have while I'm working remotely, but it's too far to be considered a nomad. I I sometimes I think that I need my table, I need some place to concentrate and do my job. I prefer something like that. And I don't know, I have no one to mention close to me.
Nice. Yeah, I got your points, I feel the same now. Uh, and sometimes I think that we need to be able, to work just a laptop, without a second screen, without ergonomy, a good chair, a good table, you just need to go to a coffee or city, near a table and work. It can be hard, We need to improve uh, this ability, Oh, let me sit here and just work and be productive, you know. Uh, I feel that I would like to work as a digital nomad, but just for a season, like I don't know, 6 months or 1 year, because I feel that I will have this kind of problem, I will be not so productive or efficient, in my work. And I don't know. I need to experiment that. I need to try first to really know. Thank you, Luis. Okay, guys, we can move to the next one. Let me start with you, Luis. Can you imagine living like a nomad? Is it a lifestyle you find interesting?
Yes, it is a lifestyle that I think that it's very interesting. But nowadays, for me, nowadays, at this moment, exactly, I I'm not imagine myself exactly like a nomad. Probably in 10 or 20 years. It's too far even to make plans, but probably in the future. But nowadays, I already done some travels, but not too far to be considered a nomad.
Got it. Thank you, Luis. And you, Daniel? Can you imagine
Mm,
living like a nomad?
No, no, I don't consider. I have a plan to move from Brazil this year. When my Portuguese process completed, but I would like it to live in different places over the time, but I don't know if I would be able to do like live in like a nomad without a fixed place to 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 have a tranquility of being at home. Né? I don't see myself with that lifestyle, né? But I would travel quite often, but not as a nomad. I like the uh, the the feeling to return to home is a good feeling.
Yeah, you're right, you know. I have the same feeling when I'm traveling, when I am in a trip, you know, for I don't know, 1 week, 2 weeks. And when I arrive at home, you know, I have I don't know, the best feeling. I am at home, I have my stuff is, you know, it can be so good, you know. And yeah, sometimes I have the same feeling as you, you know. Like I said before, I'd like to try a season, but nowadays I like sometimes I mean, um, my sister, she's living in Paraguay, you know. She's there studying, and I have already worked there, you know. I traveled to visit her, and I stayed there 1 week, work from there. The same, my family is from Minas Gerais. I'm from São Paulo, by the way. And sometimes I go there to visit my relatives, and you know, I can spend some time away from my bed in my home, you know. And sometimes I like that. I have a wish, you know, but I need to structure myself better. I would like to just rent a Airbnb for a week and travel, you know. I would like to know that place and let me look for a cheap airplane ticket, you know, and just travel. And you, Rogério?
Totally agree with you guys. I have this interest to live abroad as a nomad. I I would like to buy a motorhome. You know, motorhome is a big big house. You know, to live without problem. To live, I have a dream. I talked with my wife. I have a dream to take our car and go to the Ushuaia driving. You know, there are many beautiful places, many views, many mountains, river, city. It's a wonderful. I
By,
if I
by the
have the
way, by
yes,
the
go
way,
ahead.
I would like to go there by motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think it's
One
little
day,
dangerous.
yeah,
Little
a little.
dangerous. Yes, yes. But yeah, I have this dream. If you have this opportunity, it will be wonderful.
Nice thing. When I was young, I watched a lot of videos, you know, about motorhome. The guys traveling using a small car, you know, like there was a lot car, you know, popular cars. They they was creating a motorhome inside a popular car, you know, like um, uh, a goal, you know, you call goal, Celta, it's kind of thing, you know. And yeah, it was crazy, you know. But I like that, you know. Sometimes I feel a lot about it. One day when I retired, who knows? I would like to if I'm willing to travel, you know, I would like to do something like that. Nowadays, I think more about travel by motorcycle. Thank you, Rogério. And you, Romeo, I'd like to know from you. Can you imagine living like a nomad?
Um, just imagine, just imagine. But in the real possibility, definitely not, because I don't like uh, to be so far from my home. You know, I work the same. I work like the this example, but for me, I don't like. I feel I miss my home, my family all the time. You know, I like to change it for job, but in this moment, I can't find a job that how can I say that, earning like in the real world, but definitely not. I can't see living like normal. Just I imagine, but in the real possibility, I don't like. Yeah, I think that's it.
I got it. I got it. When I was young, I had more courage, you know. I had a dream that I'd like to travel around the world. Um, yeah, not just travel, but to live, you know, or to do some kind of exchange. And nowadays, I believe that I'm more like you know. I'd like to be near my roots, you know, my family, because when you are getting older, you know that uh, one day we will lose our parents, our relatives, you know, the people die, unfortunately. You know, we need to enjoy uh, the time, you know, with them. Nowadays, I had that feeling that I needed to really enjoy my family, you know, like you. But I am single, you know, and I have this freedom, and I can travel, I can do whatever I want nowadays, you know. Thank you, Romeo. Okay, guys, you can jump to the next one. Uh, Go ahead, Rogério. Read for us question number 5 and answer.
Yes. What do you think are the disadvantages of not having a permanent home to live in? From my view, I think there aren't disadvantages because if you're living abroad, you can talk with your mother or your parents, your family, just to talk, to see. I think it is this obstacle is not more problem, you know. I think just if you have a if you need a documentation, I think. But I think when you go abroad, you make a plan to do it. You know, you make a plan before some months, and you 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 can stay abroad for years. I think it's a don't have a problem. I think there aren't disadvantages.
Yeah, I agree with you, you know. When you can't do plans, you can't plan yourself, you know, to the next months. It can be hard, you know, because you don't know what will happen in a few months. Oh, I don't know if I will be in another country, you know, in another city, and yeah, it can be a big challenge. Thank you, Rogério. And you, Daniel, what is your opinion?
That's I said in the previous question. I believe that having that feeling of returning to home after a long trip is a disadvantage, on disadvantage, and the feeling of never being at home. Né? Uh, Usually following the some routines and having some things that you already used to. Né? And I think for me, I believe that these are the main disadvantages, and you don't feeling uh, don't feeling being at home. For me, is the principal disadvantage.
Got it, got it. And you need to select well your clothes, you know. You can't carry a lot of weight, you know, and it can be a big challenge as well. Thank you, Daniel. And you, Luis, what do you think are the disadvantage of not have a permanent home to live in?
Well, I think that the main disadvantage could be a distance from family, friends, my dog also. And there is another disadvantage also that could be a routine. For me, it's important to have a routine to work. But although a lot of these advantages, there are pros too. Probably we'll talk about it in the next question, but not just disadvantages, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. I believe that sometimes we can adapt ourselves, well. Can be hard for some guys, and for other ones can be easy, But maybe we can adapt ourselves, adopt a new lifestyle or this kind of thing. Thank you, Luis. And you, Romeo, what are the disadvantages in your mind?
I think probably can buy like how can I say uh, antes I think móveis I think it's not good to buy uh, in you living in a definitely how can I say in our own home, you know, and how can I say um, I agree with my friends said before. How can I say at a distance living with the parent, friends, and the others that I don't know say, but it is I think uh, I think it is. It is hard to explain, but I agree with you guys.
Nice. And we can see sometimes you can see some guys complaining, about I bought a new pillow, and I'm not liking that. My bed, I have a new bed. This bed is terrible. My back hurts, And you can imagine this kind of guys, of people traveling and every month in a new bed, using a new bed, a new pillow, It can be very hard, you know. And we have a lot of problems, that we can face like that. Sometimes it's not easy to adapt. You use a new bathroom every month, or the time that you will stay there. And yeah, can be a challenge, guys. O- Okay, we can move. Romeu, please read the next one and the answer for us.
Okay. Uh, the five or the five, the four, the
Five,
five.
yeah.
Sorry, five. Do you think it is possible to raise a family while living a nomadic life? It's a hard question. Let me see. Um, yeah, for I can see some people like live in exactly example like how can I say Cigano and the others other person that needed to work about it like how can I say people that serve oh my god like military I think it is I know a couple that moved recently to Manaus too from my city and they can bring some things like clothes, shoes. I think some objective that is it is important. But the major objective is to say to should sell because the electricity oh my gosh is different here that Manaus. There is I think 110 voltage, and he 220 volts, and the other things, because he said me that staying in the place for up 4 or 5 months, you know, is moved for other cities so far every time, you know. Yeah, I think that's it.
Nice. I got your point of view. Yeah, it can be a challenge, and maybe it can be worse when they have a child, to study. I I can't I don't remember now, but when I was young, it had a cartoon, you know. It passed on Nickelodeon. I forgot the name now, but it was a couple, a family that they traveled. I don't know. I believe that they were
I can't
in
believe it.
Africa, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I know that that the
Yeah, I watched a lot that.
is very good.
Nice. Okay. And you, Rogério, do you think that it is possible to raise a family while living a nomad's life?
Yes, but I'd like to say the main reason for the main challenge is a family. But if you have a woman that love to do it, I think it's a good. It could be wonderful if your wife has the same idea, the same uh,
Wish, maybe.
which yes. The problem, as I said, is children that needs to go to the school, you know. But as important, I follow some channels that this guy live inside of the car and uh, eat different foods, see different places, different views, and they are always happy. I don't know if it's just when they are recorded, but I think it's a good moment. The main challenge is, as I said, children. But I think it could be easy if they accept this life. Could be
Yeah,
powerful, in my
I
view.
agree with you. Both needs to want that situation, because sometimes, you can imagine a man that loves that, but his wife hates, and just go to see him happy, and maybe it will not work. Thank you, Rogério. And you, Luis, do you think it is possible to raise a family like that?
Yes, I do. I think it's possible. I totally agree with both you, especially on the purpose of the travel. Rogério mentioned about it. It's important to have everyone on the same purpose. It's not so easy, but it's possible. I answer that I believe that it's possible because I follow some some persons on Instagram that do this with 2 or even 3 children. It's not so easy, of course, but probably the children will miss the school. Of course, that this is an important process in their life. But although they will have a lot of real classes in the life in the world, even we can even imagine the experience that they will have. For me, for the children, for example, I believe that it's important to have a balance between a time in the school with other childrens and a time traveling to know the world. You mentioned it, Elton, about some people who travel in the popular cars, and I follow one that travel with a Fiat Uno, and it's amazing because he traveled for a lot of continents with the Fit Uno. It's a pleasure to hear to see every experience that he has. It's 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 amazing, really. I don't know if
Yeah,
it works for me, but I'm feel happy for him. And probably one day I will start with small travels. Could be something that we can check just a week near your city and try something like this after 1 month. Could be a good way to have some good experience. Of course, that 100% as a nomad, it's very hard, but maybe we can do small travels with 4 cars more easy than start to buy to completely change, sell everyone and buy a motorhome. Could be hard, but try with your motorcycle, for example. Could be a good experience. Of course, that there's a lot of problems, but that's it.
yeah. Nowadays, I follow much more guys doing that. He rides a motorcycle, But before I followed I have already followed a lot of guys using motorhome, popular cars, or even on foot, Um, I like this, I like it because there are some kinds of variety, and its experience is unique, you know, and if you have the wish, just get your stuff and do it. I like that. I really like. Thank you, Luis. It's our turn, Daniel. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay, I agree with you guys. I don't really know uh, who can do this, né? As it would be very difficult to balance studies on a certain routine, like uh, Luis talk, and the children need go to school. They have a opportunity to with other children. I believe it is important. But I believe that if you are very well organized, it's amazing possible. It's amazing possible, but I confess I don't know anyone. I don't follow anyone I can do this, né? And I never seen anything like this, but I believe it's a possible uh, raise a family living a nomadic life.
Yeah, I agree with you. Maybe the interaction or the social life of the child, of the kids, can be a problem, because maybe you will not create a real friend, or play with another uh, kids, And yeah, I agree
Mhm.
with you. Thank you, Daniel. Okay. Uh, Now question number 6. Do you think you could maintain a routine like going to the gym if you lived like a nomad? Um, just a moment, guys. Okay, sorry. Um, Good question. Nowadays I'm following a guy. The channel is called the Nomad Raiz, or Root Nomad in English, I think. And uh, this guy, he he can do it. I in my I mean, talking about myself, maybe it can be hard, because you need to have a good meal, you need to follow a routine. uh, I need to eat. Talking about me, I'm a guy that, for me to earn or to gain hate, it is a fight. I lose that so easy. or easier. And I need to eat in a constantly routine, you know. I believe that every 3 or 4 hours, I'm eating something because I need to keep the calories, and maybe it can be a challenge for me. But like going to the gym, yeah, maybe yes. By the way, in the United States, there are a lot of guys that they travel by motorhome, and they pay some kinds of plan to use the gyms, you know. Sometimes not to work out, but to take a shower or this kind of thing, you know. There they have some kinds of we call rede, you know, some kinds of extraordinary that with the plan he can travel around the country and use every jeans places, you know. Yeah, but just to finish, in my point of view, it can be a big challenge, you know. And Rogério, what do you think, man?
Question 6.
Yeah, yeah,
If you leave it as a normal, I think it's good. It's difficult to become have a normal life. You know, I think it's so difficult. You are uh, living in different countries, different places, different people. So to start a routine, you know, I think it's for my view it's difficult to accustomate to get a normal life. I think it's difficult, very difficult.
yeah. Even at home, you know, we face some problems to create a good habit, you know, a new habit. Oh, I'd like to eat better, you know, and we have that problem. And you know, traveling, you will buy easy food, you know, that you can just buy and eat. You don't need to prepare or cook. I don't know, but maybe you can have that problem as well. And you, Luis, what is your opinion? Do you think you could maintain a routine traveling?
No, I don't. Especially when we talk about the gym. I will resume my answer, but I believe that go to the gym while living. Traveling exactly as a nomad, it's very hard. I believe that we could have a good meal. Good meal. I think that this is possible. We need to prepare ourselves better. We need to plan exactly all the week. But goes to the gym, for me especially. I really don't like to go to the gym. I'm going, but especially do some exercise. I think that and do some exercise and take a shower for me could be a very difficult parts of this lifestyle.
I got it. And I have a problem to study as well, you know. If I'm not in a good place, you know, or I have the problem to get the flow and start studying, you know. It can be a problem as well. Thank you, Luis. And you, Daniel, what do you think, man?
For me, I believe that certain activities, the more common activities are possible. Have a routine is a common to practice in every place in the world. Uh, if the nomad is alone, I believe it would be easy to organize the routine in the certain activities. So I believe that is a possible to maintain a exercise routine, for example, the routine of studying, and I believe it is a possible, yes.
Nice. Thank you, Daniel. And the last, not but not the least, Romeo, what is your opinion?
Yeah, I agree with our friend said it before. It's totally possible. I know some train workers that have the same characteristics. You know, I admire the discipline for keep for, for this routine, eat so health, eat a lot of eggs, you know, any others food that's so good for improve your, how can I say, uh, your muscles and the others, it's totally possible. Totally. I agree with my friend said it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
thank you. And you can imagine yourself, you travel to a new country or a new city, and the first thing that you do there, oh, I need to find a gym to work out,
no,
to
no.
practice, to
Uh,
keep the constance.
Okay. At least for me, I don't like to go at the gym. But like I study, I keep this routine. Uh, how can I say in every place? How can I say, I spend my free time study for my English, improving the others is necessary for me.
Nice. Yeah, when you get the pleasure for study, I believe that it can be easier. So thank you, Romeo. Thank you, guys. We don't have more time. I put the survey on the chat, so you if you wish, you can recommend let some recommendation about topic or this kind of thing. Um, it was a pleasure. Thank you for being here. And have a good week, guys. Bye bye. See